Hey everyone, I am back from Gen Con. So it feels like it's time to try and wrap up Pandemic Legacy Season 1. This is Game 16 with a win tonight. Just double check. Yeah, with a win tonight, we can end the game, which is pretty exciting. So we have been playing through Pandemic Legacy, which hopefully you're familiar with. If you're just finding out about this stream and checking it out live or coming to it later on YouTube, I have a full playlist of all the games of Pandemic Legacy that I did, and the first few are going to give you more information about how the game works, but it works similar to Pandemic in that you are trying to cure diseases off of the board. If you are enjoying the content, please give us a subscribe, like the video, comment. Any interaction helps. But before we jump into the game, let's talk about today's beer from Free Thought, and it's called Phosphorescent. It's a pale ale. Don't know anything about it. So, this beer is a little bit sweet for what I want as a pale ale. I really like my pale ales to be much more bitter in flavor. And yeah, like I said, this is a little bit sweet for me. I mean, I'm still going to drink it, but not one of the best pale ales I've had. Not one of the worst. It's just, yeah, the flavor profile is not necessarily my favorite. So let's hop into the game. So if you remember, we have precisely one spot left to immunize. So hopefully we get that taken care of just about immediately. Calcutta and Cairo, get nothing. We have binoculars, so if we have a search that comes up, and I guess really before I'm doing this, should also be looking at what's left of the Legacy deck. Very thin deck. First game in December. You and your vaccine are too late. Even if you cure this version of Coda, we have stockpiles of new mutations ready to deploy. But we would like to thank you for establishing the New World Government. Without you, we won't be able to manage the balance between fear and hope, establish our military network, or track Coda's progress so closely. We couldn't have our checkpoints and roadblocks, and the population too contained to even think about resisting. You no longer can trust your old sources. Destroy all the other objective cards introduced before this month. New objectives are forthcoming. So it says all of them. I'm going to assume it's all of them. We only have to complete 2. It said destroy. They are destroyed. So, then we continue. Objective, mandatory, vaccinate every fated city. Well, we have 1 to go. Objective, mandatory, find and destroy the secret stockpile of Coda in Atlanta. I'm actually going to leave this here so it's more easy to see. But we have another search that we need to do. Let's find a search token in here. I found the target. Here we go. Scratch this off when we find the stockpile, and then stop. So, this will be interesting. We can either start with 3 vaccines in any city, or we can advance the search party 1 it's going to be worth it to advance the search party 1. We only need a single vaccine at this point. And so searching, we can search if we're in Atlanta, so we might as well start there. Advance the search party by discarding cards pictured to the next space. You may advance multiple spaces for an action if you have the necessary cards. So the binoculars just says discard this to advance the search party 2 additional spaces when doing a search action. So as long as we can complete one of those search actions, we're going to be able to advance it an additional 2 spaces, which is going to be really useful for us to fire along the route. Yeah, so this will be interesting to see how this goes. We've dealt out those cards. We've gone through that. Let's get our epidemic situation set. So just as a quick refresher as to what our abilities are, here with Scott Summer and Kitty Pryde, the most important one is going to be that they're rivals. I'm pretty sure I just shuffled a whole stack without an epidemic in it. As much as I'd like to leave it on the bottom of the deck, I probably shouldn't. What that allows me to do is cycle that binoculars. We'll eventually run out of cards for it, but hope is we can bum rush that objective fast and take care of our search. Because the other one is very, very easy actually, because we have a single faded city left. And we're going to be turning out vaccines fast. So let's give this a shuffle. And while we give this a shuffle, let me quickly do a little bit more self-promotion. I have recently started a podcast called 10 Minute Marvel. It is a podcast you will be able to find on Google Play Music and iTunes, as well as Libsyn, which is a podcast hosting site. Also on nerdologist.com, I post all the episodes as well. 10 Minute Marvel is what it sounds like. It is me talking about Marvel for 10 minutes. The most recent episode I did, I was speculating on what we might be getting in Marvel Phase 4 with the WandaVision and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So if you are interested in Marvel, please consider giving that a subscribe and listen. Let me know what you think. Alright, let's see who goes first. Pink, which should be Kitty Pryde. But it's been a while, so I really don't precisely remember who is who anymore. Sorry, I'm adjusting that camera. I think this is going to be more advantageous. Starting with Kitty Pryde. We get a place vaccination token. Start of each. So, we're looking for a red card. That's the first thing we have to discard. Kitty cannot do that. No red card. So, this is not the most useful start actually, because I can go to Miami for 1. Now I can fly to here for 1, pick this up for 2, fly there for 3, 4, and 5. I guess that's probably the best call. If a faded figure shows up, I can play Cairo ahead of time and blow it up. I forgot the important piece. SN, Bangkok, and Algiers. Algiers gets nothing. Bangkok gets nothing. SN should in fact get 3 blues. Does. This game would be really easy if I didn't flip these cards. Khartoum. Yeah, so now that I'm done cheating, I draw that as well as this. So it's still a viable solution as we get Mexico City, gets 3 yellows, to reset some of this stuff, to cure diseases. You have to maintain the disease situation, otherwise you can lose due to outbreaks, but they're not mandatory objectives anymore. So Lima gains a yellow, and Sydney gains a red. That is a really sucky first turn. So, looking at this, with what Scott Summers has, I need to discard a red for 1 action to advance that to the 2nd spot. So that's 1 action. Then 2, 3, 4. Since we have on yellow the ability to cure everything fully, or treat it fully. So that's not bad. There's Sol Unit and Taipei. Nothing's happened there. Flip 2. Khartoum gains a yellow, and Algiers gains nothing since it has been immunized. So, it's Kitty Pryde's turn. It's not the most effective use of cards. So I just put in Kinshasa. So I needed to do 2 yellows to do that, or 2 cards to do that. But it will have us close. And we are looking for blue cards at this point. Or, yeah, blue cards. Or, I guess, red cards and blue cards. Since I forgot to advance it once with this epidemic. And these should go here. No, go there. I was right the first time. We'll flip 2. Hong Kong gains nothing. And Mexico City, which we just treated, gains cube. So, now we have to go 1, 2. We'll discard these 2 to complete a search. And then discard this one with it to go an additional 2 spaces. I'm actually going to let that sit there, because while I'd love to discard 2 cards, we need 2 blues. We don't have 2 blues currently. We need 2 reds. So I think it's better to just flip here and hope to gain what we need, since I don't have any way to get back these blue cards. So Atlanta gains a blue token, and Essen outbreaks. This is where it's going to be tricky, but I will be able to start focusing on curing diseases, assuming we have a while without without any epidemics. We should be collecting cards for a little bit and get through probably quite a number of these guys. So now we're back to Kitty Pryde. I don't have the ability to search since I need 2 blues. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might as well have taken 1 off in Atlanta while I was there. It's my 5th action. So still looking for 2 blues. Red, of course. Black. Black, nothing happens. Normally I'd be putting stuff on. Bangkok, immunized, nothing happens. Washington gains a blue. And you'll notice I'm not putting these immunization tokens on anymore. There's no reason for me to continue focusing on that at all. Right now, I just have this search to complete. Even if I lose this game, I have everything immunized that I need, so I'll automatically have that objective done and I'll just need to search. However, that's not my plan. I'm not going to lose this time. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just start working on blue, get that knocked down. Hopefully we draw 2 blue here. So I need 1 more blue. This is red underneath here to complete the search. We have that, but we're short 1 blue. Let me flip our 2 up here. Buenos Aires gains yellow. And Jakarta gains nothing since it is immunized. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The reason I'm doing that is just on the weird off chance when I flip black that I would have gained, for example, Atlanta. If I had flipped Atlanta, which might have already been in here now that I think about it, it was. Had I flipped Atlanta, that would have then allowed me to trade it simply, or easily. That's not the case, so we drew our 2 there. Bogota, pretty sure I haven't flipped yet for this. In Karachi, even if I have, that's only 1 additional cube coming out, so now we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just clear off Essen. I need to get down here to Sydney, which will probably be what the generalist is working on next time. Awesome. I have my 2 blues and my 2 reds. So if I don't hit an epidemic, I'm going to be close to being able to deal with this. That should be there. Milan and Manila is there. Gains a red. So now I basically just need to try and maintain the situation that I'm in. So I'm going to spend Ho Chi Minh City, fly there, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That removes anything that's capable of outbreaking right now. Bogota, doesn't really matter. Epidemic, dun dun dun. Trick it out is I need 2 blacks as well. I don't have the 2 blacks here. We're going to have to go back to Kitty Pryde's turn. Montreal gets 3 blue. Let's give this a quick shuffle. Oh, that's annoying. I just realized something. I can't make it back to Atlanta fast enough with Scott Summers' next turn. Of course, Montreal's on the top, so we gain that outbreak. Montreal is now a 5, which is lovely. Washington's close to an outbreak. So, our second fallen city on the board, and not even in a bad area. Like, Cairo makes sense, but Montreal's one of those that's vaguely annoying to get to, which is why sometimes it falls. But let's see. Okay. So I can spend 1, 2, 3, because I need the blue first, and spend to get down there for the search for 4. The reason I feel comfortable spending that red is I have 2 red cards here. Paris and Tokyo and Osaka. That's good. Essen gains a blue. And Buenos Aires gains a yellow. So I have 5 actions to get back there. So, spend that in the correct spot. 1, 2, 3, and you can do multiple movements on the search at once. Spending this, I just realized, oh no, I didn't need to spend that, yep. To go 1, 2. We have now completed this one. We have our scratch off over here. I know I have a penny somewhere around here. There it is. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit of story, but then we get to jump straight into the end game. The stockpile was hidden deep underground, but your team has persevered. Some well-placed explosives and an alternate strain of coda are no more. You walk away from the explosion without looking back. If you need to play the second half of December, consider the destroy the secret stockpile objective complete at the start of the game. We don't, because we actually got the vaccines done prior to that. So we are at game end, since we have 1. Let me adjust the camera back for when I'm sitting down. It's over at long last. We have scoring. And this warning card, letting us not to look at the bottom of the deck. Let's quickly jot down on this sheet our information. So, 8-9. 8-9. Kitty Pride. And Summers. We had a win. So, scoring. The final reckoning. Dun, dun, dun. The fate of humanity was in your hands. How did you do? Calculate your score, then flip this card over to see what happened after December. Secrets. 40 points for each game you won in the first half of the month. So I'm going to actually lay this out here. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 4 is 32, so 320. And then 20 points for each game won the second half of the month. 1, 2, 3. We had one that we didn't win, so 8 plus 3 is 11. Plus that one, which is nothing, is 12. So correct amount. So that's 3 times that is 60, 20. So 60, 380 for that top part. 5 points. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky part. For each city with 1 or lower panic level that is either vaccinated or non-faded. So that's going to be every city. We don't have to worry about that. Let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, don't know where that one came from, 19, somewhere, 20, in the blue, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So 28 times 5 is 140. 2 points for every city that's a level 2 or 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 times 2 is 26. And 1 point for everything that's 4. 1, 2, 3. 3. So we don't get points for our 2 5s. It's also not a negative point. So that gives us 169 points there. 100 bonus points for vaccinating every faded city. Get that. 100 bonus points for destroying the stockpile in Atlanta. Get that. 80 bonus points for not having a military installation on the board. We get that. Minus 100 if we open package 8. Did not happen. Minus 200 if Bravo Team came to our rescue. So we didn't actually run across Bravo Team. I did it the first time I played through. Basically, if you do not complete one of the searches fast enough, Bravo Team will come in and let you know or give you that information. So we score the full 280 points there. So out of a maximum of 1,000, and I'm going to pull out my calculator on my phone for this, because even that's a little bit much math for me to do in my head. 380 plus 169 plus 280 equals 829. That seems like a pretty good score to me. We'll see what it says on the back. 829. Ooh. We are at Legendary Achievement. You couldn't have... So, the ranges are 0 to 375, 375 to 525, 526 to 675, 676 to 800, 801 to 1000, as 1000 is the max. You couldn't have done better. Coda is eradicated, Zodiac is destroyed, and the world recovers within the next year. You retire and enjoy the rest of your lives. Your face will be on money of future civilizations. So, that wraps up Pandemic Legacy. Let's just have some fun. We have one thing left to open here. I think I maybe just missed this one. Just some scars that are now available. That's in the trash. And let's check out what was in package 8. I have not done this before, actually. I was kind of trying to keep it a secret for myself, but experimental vaccine program. 3 one-time event cards that get added to the deck. Oh, interesting. So basically, these allow you to ignore 3 epidemic cards, one time use each, for these cards. But yeah, that's kind of cool. So basically, if you're getting overrun with everything, that's capable of handling it. And I always have to do the check to make sure there's nothing underneath the bottom of the box. There was not. So, man, with that, we are wrapping up our first game on the Malts and Meeples stream. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it. Hopefully people who have watched some of it have had a lot of fun watching it, and it was a good time all around. I'm going to pack this up and figure out what game I'm going to do next. There's a chance that, a pretty good chance actually, that I'm going to be moving the live streams over to Twitch, but then will also be recording the content and putting that up on YouTube immediately following. Twitch is just better built for live streaming, and so I want to kind of take advantage of that when I can. But until next time and the next game, we'll see what that's going to be. Might be like a small roll and write or a few of those. Can see how well I do with those, but I have a pretty good stack of games backlogged and ready to go. With that, bottoms up, and I'll see you next time.